As we've been telling you throughout this show, today marks a historic day in Buffalo City government. Per the city charter, Chris Scanlon, now the acting mayor of the city after Byron Brown officially resigned.
For the past few years, Scanlon has been the councilman for the South District. He also has deep roots in Old First Ward. Right now, we are joined by Peg Overdorf, executive director of Buffalo Riverfest Park and a longtime community leader. Peg, it is a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So many may be asking now, who is Chris Scanlon beyond the council president, acting mayor, councilman? Tell us a little bit about what you know.
I knew the family. I knew John Scanlon, his father, otherwise known as Scanoots. He was my neighbor for many years, and he came from very humble beginnings in the Old First Ward, and he worked very, very hard and very, very diligently, and he worked alongside of Jimmy Griffin, who became mayor of the city of Buffalo. And Scanoots was his right-hand man, and Scanoots was a guy that was able to help, and he did help a ton of other people throughout the city of Buffalo.
The Old First Ward and certainly the South District both very much pride themselves on being very blue-collar, hard-working communities. Certainly other communities across the Queen City are the same, but they really, really highlight that aspect of it. How much do you think that is a part of their family history, that sort of blue-collar foundation?
It's a huge part of their family. Their father, John Scanlon, was a scooper by trade, a grain scooper. The union has now dissolved itself. But he worked very, very hard in the grain elevators alongside when all of this was going. He was very powerful with the First Ward South Buffalo Democratic Club. They started that, and it became a powerhouse in the city of Buffalo as well. And John worked diligently with both the First Ward Democratic Club, scooping, and helping in the city. I think he was a city employee at the garage or something.
Now, in addition to that, there's also the emphasis on family itself, right? How prevalent is that?
Well, I got to say, Christopher comes from great stock. I knew his dad, I knew his mom, I know his siblings. We just had an honorary tree planting at Buffalo Mutual Riverfront Park. A willow tree that are lost in one of the storms. We replaced it. We dedicated it to John Scanlon just this past Saturday, as a matter of fact. But Christopher is a kid that went to St. Tommy's. They worked hard. They put the kids through Catholic school. He went to St. Tommy's. He went to Bishop Timon High School. And he extols a lot of the Franciscan virtues that he was taught at Bishop Timon High School. I mean, he's up to challenges. He's a quiet kid. He's humble, but he's up to the challenges. He doesn't get flustered, and he's a mediator. If there was ever a mediator, he compromises. He brings everybody to the table. He's not very outspoken about anything. He's a quiet guy. You know, much of St. Francis.
You answered some of this, I think, just now, but we just got finished with the end of nearly 2 decades of the leadership of one person in Byron Brown. Here we are now. What do you think we can expect in the leadership of Chris Scanlon, at least in the very short term and potentially in the long term?
I see him being able to bring opposite parties together and opposite opinions together to try and mediate and compromise and come to an issue resolution with open to other ideas as well.
Wonderful. Peg, thank you so much for coming in, taking the time to share.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.